Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in this episode of The Hypnotist, you're going to be listening to a weight loss hypnosis session based on the theme of instant gratification. And I think for many people, they confuse what is genuine joy and happiness with what is just pleasurable and feels good in the moment. And if you had to ask someone that is overweight if they would choose between actually being at their ideal weight or having whatever snacks they want, then they would choose to be at their ideal weight. The reason that we prioritize instant gratification over, let's say, what we truly want is because of, one, the immediacy, that there is this idea of, well, we don't live forever, better to feel good now in the moment and know that we can feel good than the possibility of feeling much, much better in the future, but no guarantees. So there is an allure of instant gratification. This particular client was making so many healthy, positive choices in their life, but they had almost this rule that they weren't allowed to snack and they weren't allowed to have chocolate. And this feeling that they weren't allowed it actually increased the appeal. So in many ways, it evokes this idea of the forbidden fruit. I'm not religious, but I was raised as religious, going to Sunday schools and things like that. My name is Adam. I'm very familiar with the story of Adam and Eve, the Garden of Eden. And therefore, this idea of the forbidden fruit is the most desirable simply because it isn't allowed, is something that I think a lot of people can relate to, particularly if you're trying to lose weight. If you're not allowed chocolate, if you're not allowed ice cream, if you're not allowed, snacks and refined carbs, of course you want them even more. This hypnosis is designed to have a different frame, which is you can have whatever you want, but is it useful to have it? Does it actually take your life in the direction? Is it going to give you anything more than temporary, fleeting pleasure? And if not, do you actually really want it? Or is the appeal the fact that it is off limits? So there's a few things happening in this particular session, but I think it will be helpful for those people that are struggling to lose weight, particularly if you are eating a lot of the things that, are kind of breaking the rules in some way. So if you are struggling to lose weight and you think hypnosis can help, of course, listen to this session, but there's always the possibility of clicking the link in the show notes to schedule a free 30-minute consultation call to explore working with me, and also to check out my website, which is adamcox.co.uk, and you can book the free consultation call on there. For now, though, find a quiet, comfortable place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in a resourceful feeling of calm and relaxation. And as you exhale, just allow any feelings of worry, stress, or tension to feel like it's leaving your body in your outward breath. So simply by breathing in and breathing out, you begin to notice arms and legs feel heavier. that your breathing is getting longer and deeper, that perhaps tension in your forehead or jaw is melting away, as by breathing in and breathing out, you're able to feel deeper and deeper relaxed. And maybe you can remember a time when you had a lovely long yawn. Or maybe you can remember watching someone or something yawn, because sometimes even when you see an animal yawn, it creates a desire to yawn. And these are the mirror neurons that like to replicate and copy that part of us that enables us to go with the flow, to synchronize with wonderful things happening around us. I want you to use the power of your imagination to remember a time when you were out in nature, maybe hiking, out on the moors. And maybe you can remember a time of many hours of enjoyable activity. It didn't feel like exercise. It just felt like you were being active. But there was time, a gap between food. And I want you to recall, perhaps as the sun goes down and dusk appears, just how enjoyable it is to enjoy food when you haven't had food for a while. As we start to plant a seed of an idea that what makes food enjoyable, really enjoyable, is the length of time between meals. Maybe you can use the power of your imagination to imagine that you're on a game show, and in order to win a prize like a new car or a holiday, you have to have a full meal every 15 minutes. You would have to rush the food, not enjoy the smells or the tastes, and then as soon as you finish, another meal comes. Your stomach would be filling and filling before it has time to digest. And before long, you would feel bloated, nauseous and sick. And compare that to a time in your life where, for whatever reason, there was a long period of time before you ate. And notice how enjoyable that meal was when you didn't eat for a while. Giving undeniable evidence in your own experience that what makes food desirable isn't the quantity. It isn't necessarily what it is. It is the pause of the time that leads up to that meal. That positive anticipation. I want you to think back to a memory of a present, perhaps around Christmas. It was wrapped. Maybe you saw it under a tree or knew where it was. But the fact that you couldn't open it straight away led to that positive anticipation of thinking about how enjoyable it would be to open that present when you finally could. If the same present was given to you straight away on some random day, you'd have appreciated it, but not in the same way. That the delay creates the gratification. I want you to think about something else that would create a great deal of joy in your life. A different role, a different responsibility. And there are some people that may have a similar experience very young in life and not appreciate it. Whereas other people have to work really hard to get the same thing. But what if the delay is what creates even more value in that new role, that new responsibility? And I wonder what would happen if you could help that new role, that new responsibility along. If your unconscious mind would be willing to make positive, empowering choices to increase the probability. And if your unconscious mind is willing to help things along, let me know by nodding your head. And that's it. So I want you to imagine you're out there on the moors, but you're on the moors on a sunny day at your current age. And just allow this to be a playground for your imagination to consider powerful suggestions where empowering changes can take place. There are different types of changes. Drastic, radical changes that don't last very long, and slow, incremental changes that create incredible, powerful differences over time. You're wiser now than you ever have been before, and therefore you can learn from experience. Incremental changes always need to be proportionate to the future you want to create. Your goal isn't to be skinny. Your goal isn't to be slim. Your goal is to be healthy, vibrant, energetic. And I wonder what would happen as you find yourself naturally gravitating towards foods that nourish and rejuvenate your body. Understanding that healthy choices are a step towards becoming the healthiest possible version that you can be. What would happen over time if you feel increasingly satisfied with smaller portions, enjoying the anticipation that builds with delayed gratification, making each meal a delightful experience? You already know that your body thrives on rhythm, and you can find peace and balance in eating 3 well-structured meals each day, which fuels this particular journey that you're on. You are effortlessly reducing snacking, especially refined carbohydrates. It's not that you can't have them, it's that you don't want them anymore. Because you understand that your body deserves the finest quality of nutrition. Imagine how good it would feel when you are drinking more water every day, feeling how it cleanses and revitalizes your entire body, preparing you for perhaps the most important journey that you've been on so far. Each sip of water you take is a step towards optimal health, as you envision it creating a serene and pure environment for new, wonderful opportunities to emerge. you find joy and excitement in physical activity, whatever that might look like. In the gym, a walk in nature, perhaps spending time where your body is just moving, knowing that it's a celebration of your body's capabilities, preparing your body for that evolved version of you where you get to be vibrant and energetic in the future. With each weight you lift at the gym, you're building strength not just in your muscles, but in your heart and mind. What if you becoming stronger is just a metaphor for the strength that you need in this new chapter in the book of your life? And you feel how good it is to eat the rainbow with your plate full of bright coloured fruits and vegetables, each colour representing a building block, not just for you, but for something even more important. You are motivated by the vision of your future life, your role, and who you want to be in that role, which makes choosing vibrant vegetables and succulent fruits an easy and enjoyable task. Good things come to those who wait, and you are mastering the art of patience, understanding that the best things come to those who prepare mindfully, knowing that sometimes the longer you need to wait, the more positive things that suddenly appear. Every healthy meal is a pledge, not just to you, but to the person you're becoming, what lies ahead on your journey. And on that journey, you savor the time between meals, using it to reflect on that journey and the person you're becoming. That vibrant, healthy, energetic version of you, where the thing that you truly desire is more likely as this person. As time goes on, you are intuitively balancing your nutritional needs, feeling empowered by your ability to make the best choices, not just for you, but for something bigger than you. You enjoy water as your drink of choice, feeling how it refreshes and fills you, leaving less room for unhealthy alternatives. Embrace the patience, the time between meals, knowing that the longer you wait before eating, the more enjoyable your food will be. You are comfortable and confident in making food choices that align with your health goals, knowing that every good decision is a victory. Your commitment to health is unwavering as you visualize your role in your future exactly as you want it to be. I want you to imagine yourself 6 months from now, and then a year from now, but see you beaming with health and vibrancy, knowing that so much of that came from the food choices, the water you were drinking, and the physical activity you enjoyed. Every positive choice you make is an investment, but an investment not just in you, but for something that, as the pages of your life turn, becomes even more important. If your unconscious mind is willing to make choices that align with who you are now, who you aspire to be, and what you will become in the future, let me know by nodding your head. And interpret these hypnotic suggestions as almost like stabilizers on a small child's bike. The stabilizers themselves can support progress and movement in a direction. But the stabilizers don't ride the bike. They just give structure and stability to moving forward. The true hypnosis isn't something that happens to you. It's something that happens with you. And if all parts of your unconscious are willing to work with these hypnotic suggestions, feeling motivated and desired to make healthy, positive choices, let me know by nodding your head. And every choice that you make creates a ripple in your life. Every choice influences future probabilities, leading you towards the most desirable possible life for you and your future. As you breathe in and breathe out that fresh air from the moors, feel like you're slowly returning to the present with a new sense of resolve, determination, tenacity, but also feeling that this is becoming effortless. And it's becoming effortless because you're willing to do more for what's truly important than what you were ever willing to do just for yourself. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, feel like you're connecting fully with the present as I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. You will awaken feeling resourceful, optimistic, looking forward to making these positive, wonderful changes that cascade into even more positive directions in your life. Starting to count 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.